Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Now the Oklahoma flag salute. I salute.
Please remain standing for the moment of silence.
Thank you. Please be seated. All right, thank you. Have a seat, and we'll get going with our joke of the day. As soon as you guys are ready, get eyes and ears right here on the speaker.
I'm Mason Berry from the 7th grade, and what did the hat say to the other hat? Stay here, I'm going to go on ahead.
I'm Devin from the 8th grade. Okay, why did the lady put lipstick on her forehead? To make up her mind.
My name's Cheney, and I'm from the 6th grade. My joke is, have you heard the story about the roof? Never mind, it's over your head.
Good job, Miss Tucker. Congratulations, 6th grade. Joke of the day champions. All right, you guys have a seat, and we'll welcome our talent. Anthony, are you ready back there? All right, Anthony, if you would introduce what song you're going to sing, tell a little bit about it, and then we'll get eyes and ears on you. So if you guys would lock in on Anthony, please.
Better. This is the song Rude. I picked it because my family likes it. I hope you really like this just as much as my family does.
What's the name of the song again, Anthony?
Rude.
Who sings that?
And Magic.
Magic?
And MC Magic.
Say it again.
MC Magic.
MC Magic. All right, I think most of you guys have heard this. It's kind of a new song. Is that right, Anthony?
Saturday morning, jumped out of bed and put on my best suit. Got in my car and raced like a jet all the way to you. Knocked on your door with heart in my hand to ask you a question. 'Cause I know that you're an old-fashioned man. Yeah. Can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Say yes, 'cause I need to. You say I'll never get your blessing till the day I die. But the answer is no. Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? Why you gotta be so rude? I'm gonna marry her anyway. Marry that girl. Marry her anyway. Marry that girl. Yeah, no matter what you say. Marry that girl and we'll be a family. Why you gotta be so rude? I hate to do this, you leave no choice. Can't live without her. Love me or hate me, we will be boys. Standing at that altar. Or we will run away to another galaxy, you know. You know she's in love with me. She will go anywhere I go. Can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Cause I need to know. You say I'll never get your blessing till the day I die. To love my heart, but no still means no. Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too?
Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate you sharing your talents with us. Thank you today. All right, and that was actually, guys, a song that I'd looked into last couple weeks on some of our highlight video stuff, and have looked into some of the words and that. And if you paid attention to what Anthony sung this morning, or if you know anything about that song, it kind of ties into the two things we've been talking about this year, that work hard and be nice. But guy, he keeps working hard. He's got something in his mind and he's going after it. And then his constant question back is, why you got to be so rude? And I think that's something we need to ask ourselves sometimes, and we need to ask some of our peers sometimes. Is it worth it? Do I have to be as mean as I'm being? Do I have to be mean to that person? Whether that person's a peer in my group, whether that person's a teacher in my room, or a parent, or just a passerby. So those work hard, be nice, that kind of ties back into what we're doing. So thank you this morning for that, Anthony. Got a couple videos from our newscast and our clubcast, and we're going to just play those from the back. So pay attention to the screen.
This is Will and Chesney with Eagle Nest News.
On today's Waller Clubcast, we will be hearing from the Outdoor Education Club.
Hi, we're here with, what's your name? Zach. Okay, Zach, what club are you from?
Outdoors education.
What kind of stuff do you do in outdoor ed?
Learn about hunter safety.
Can you tell us a few rules of safety?
To never point the gun at someone and hold it in certain positions.
So, after you learn all of these techniques in your club, what are you going to do?
Get our hunter's license and go hunting and shoot bow and arrows and stuff.
Well, that sounds cool. Thank you.
Hi, this is Chesney with Eagle's Nest News.
On today's Waller Clubcast, we will be hearing from your local photography club.
Hi, we're here with Ariana. What club are you from, Ariana?
Photography.
What do you guys learn in photography?
We are learning how to take formal and informal pictures.
By learning this, what are you going to do at the end of the club?
We are going to send our pictures to Miss Siders, and she's going to do something with mine. I don't really know.
Do you enjoy your club?
Yes, I do.
All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Abby.
Hi, I'm Sammy.
This week for lunch we have shrimp for Monday, chicken nuggets for Tuesday, teriyaki chicken for Wednesday, spaghetti for Thursday, and finally garlic cheese bread for Friday.
Announcements for this week are: Tuesday is Veterans Day. We will be having an assembly to appreciate our current and past soldiers. Dress nicely, and for the ones that do, they go to the gym after the assembly to take pictures for Christmas cards. Let's dress nicely to make a good impression. Don't forget to keep reading and take AR quizzes.
Hi, I'm Royce.
And I'm Chris.
The weather for this week. Monday will be partly cloudy, high of 60, low of 30.
Tuesday is going to be clear skies, high of 45 and a low of 27.
Wednesday will be another partly cloudy day with high of 43 and low of 30.
Thursday is going to be partly cloudy with high of 46 and a low of 30.
Friday will be even more partly cloudy with a high of 48 and low of 23.
And that's our weather for the week.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and this is Entertainment News, and I will be telling you about some new games that will be coming out soon. One of these games is Evolve, where you can be a monster and kill other people who are not monsters. Another game is Five Nights at Freddy's. It's a spooky horror game, and it costs only $5, so I recommend you get it. Another game is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This game looks neat because it might have jetpacks and exoskeleton suits. Another game is Halo 2 Anniversary, which is basically Halo 2 but with better graphics, and you can play multiplayer on it.
Hi, my name's Canyon. This was the Waller News for this week. Thank you.
Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. How about all that student-produced work, all those things on the walls, all those things that you guys are doing in your clubs and in your classrooms. You ought to be proud of yourselves. So clap that up. That's good. You guys are doing awesome this year. A lot of stuff coming out of those clubs. Those of you guys that are involved in those clubs, those of you guys involved in that Computer 3 class, that Media Productions class, appreciate all the hard work that you guys have been doing to display this so we can come in here and see these videos. Got a little special guest speaker I'm going to introduce here in a little bit today, and she's just going to share a little bit with you. I've got some things I want to put up here on the screen, talk to you about briefly. All right, and you heard on the newscast talk about the weather. I just want to bring up the weather briefly. It's going to be beautiful today, but guys, the rest of this week, it's supposed to be pretty cold. Tomorrow is a day for Veterans Day that we do want you to dress up. The weather in the mornings, guys, and the weather at lunch, again, if it's below 45 degrees, what it looks like it's going to be a high of 45 degrees. So I imagine for sure in the mornings we will be in the cafeteria if you guys are in there eating, or we will be in the gymnasium if you're not eating. In the gym, guys, that's not a place for food and drinks. So if you guys are coming in here and you want to eat, that needs to be done in the cafeteria. If not, the gym will be that place for social time. Okay, so that's update on the cold weather. Veterans Day, we talked about Veterans Day a little bit. Tomorrow we're going to have an assembly in here in the mornings. You're going to be an advisory class. You're going to go to first hour. Okay. And we're going to have a veterans assembly tomorrow. We want to make sure that, guys, when we're in here for that, it is a very professional assembly. There's some of you that want to be in here for that, and we want you in here. If you do not want to be in here for that, we'll have another room that you can go to as well. But tomorrow's ceremony is going to be a very professional environment, so make sure you're aware of that. We're dressing up because of the ceremony for sure, and Veterans Day and what all that means to us. But what we also want to do is what we did last year. As soon as it's over, we're going to go into the gymnasium for those of you guys that are dressed up, and we're going to take that school picture. We're going to take a whole group one, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and then we'll try to take a quick one of those 3 different grade levels. We can use that for a couple different things. Last year we made our Christmas card with that picture. So if you're looking forward to Veterans Day as well as that class and school picture, please be sure to dress up tomorrow. Reading, you guys have been doing a great job just here this past week, but I want to continue to emphasize it's the expectation of every student in this building to have a book to read with them at all times. Preferably have a library book, but something to read at all times. If you're in one of your classes, never is it an acceptable answer to say, I'm done, or I don't have anything to do. The expectation is you to be productive at all times. And one of the best ways for you to be productive is to grab that book and pull that out and read. So make sure that everybody's always carrying that reading book with them. We've talked about the things coming up with the tailgate and the OSU trip. We've also secured our second trip coming up for OU. So we've got an OSU trip planned. We've got an OU trip planned. We've got some tailgate parties. We've got some other things. Again, we believe read to achieve, read to succeed, but we're also going to back it up with some temporary incentives and things like that for you guys. Talked about it a while ago after Anthony's song. Going to continue to bring this up all the time, guys. And it's not something I've heard until here recently. Talked about Mr. Brownlee was the one who introduced me to this. This is his theory. He's been working with he has a very successful business here in town, if you guys have ever heard of Weimer Brownlee. But also he's got a very successful mentoring ship that he's done in town, and it's just based off of those 2 things. He believes, and he has proven, if you will do those 2 things, everything will work out for you. If you're willing to work hard and you're willing to be nice. Guys, nothing can stand in your way. If you're willing to work hard and overcome those obstacles, and then if you're willing to be nice to enough people, if you're willing to help enough other people get what they want, guys, I promise you, ultimately, you will get what you want. So we're going to continue to bring that message up, those 2 key things, work hard and be nice. Again, continue to emphasize those 3 priorities. That's what we're going to be about. That's what we're always going to be about. Was able to speak with the 8th grade class a little bit the other day, but I want to talk to everybody here, that 6th, 8th, and 7th grade groups, guys, on making decisions. If you don't know, if you have a question on what's acceptable for you in this building, You got to first ask yourself, is it safe? Is it safe for me, and is it safe for those around me? And if you can answer yes, then it's probably going to be acceptable. Then we're going to tie it into number 2. Learning. Is it helping me and others learn, or is it taking away my learning or others' learning? If you can answer yes, then it's probably okay to do. If you have a question or you have to answer no, then it's probably not acceptable, whether it's taking away your learning or somebody else's learning. And then the third thing and the foundation for all success is those positive relationships. Is just promoting a positive relationship with my teacher, with my peers, with those other people that I'm around. So make sure you're continuing to run your decisions by those 3 priorities with everything you do here. I'm going to kind of save a little bit of this. I'm going to come back to that. But I want to talk a little bit about myself and my personal beliefs in regard to my family and what I tell them all the time. Because it's the same thing I would tell you guys. And I'm going to tell you one thing, why I want to share this with you, because I think that's our role. That's our role as teachers when we're here. In the state law, the federal law that dictates that, it's called in loco parentis. It means I get to be your mom and dad when you're at school. It means these teachers are your mom and dad when you're at school. They make the decisions for you as a child when you were here at school. That's a law, guys. That's a federal law. So I'm going to share what I share with my family on a consistent basis so you know where I'm coming from when I talk to you and I deal with you on things. Because they don't get what they want. And the other thing I constantly talk to them about, and you can ask them when you see them, and you guys see them around here running around. When you whine and complain, you do not get what you want. I make it a point of emphasis with those 3 little girls. When they start whining and complaining about something and they want, what do they say? I need that, I want that. I make it a point of emphasis to absolutely not give it to them. Why would I do that? When you whine and complain, you do not get what you, You don't get what you want when you whine and complain. Why would I do that? I don't want to train them. Guys, to me, I believe in habits. And I don't want to train them that if they learn to whine and complain, that I give them when they start whining and complaining. So when they start whining and complaining, absolutely, you do not get what you want. They need to learn to ask in a respectful, professional manner. They need to learn those communication skills. So that's one thing that I do over and over again with those 3 little girls. And then the other thing, what do little girls want to do all the time to their sister? They want to tell them. They want to beat them up sometimes, but they want to tell on them all the time. Oh, she's doing this or she's doing that. You know what my number 1 question is to them all the time? Are you teaching? Are you telling? Because I'm not going to listen to you if you're telling, Marquise. I'm not going to listen to you if you're telling. I want you to be teaching. And if you're teaching, who should you be having that conversation with? Me or your sister? Your sister. If there's something that you know is going wrong, then you need to have that conversation with her. If there's something that's going to hurt her, then I probably need to know. But if you're just telling me so she can get in trouble, that's telling. Now, if you're letting me know because I can help her with something, then that's teaching. But first and foremost, you probably need to go through her. And we talk about it all the time. Hard work pays off. You don't get what you want in this world. Typically, you get what you deserve. And you deserve it by earning it and working for it. And then boredom. I'm never going to listen to them when they tell me I'm bored. Because whose boredom on? You are in control of you. You are in control of your own boredom. So you tell me you're bored, I'll tell you that's on you. So those are the things that I constantly am telling my family and my daughters. So those are the things I just want to share with you because that's where I'm coming from when I talk to each and every one of you. I want to give the microphone next to a young lady I've got to know a little bit this year. She came to me and talked to me the other day about some things that she wanted to bring up, and I has already brought up with some of you guys. But I just feel it's important. You know, you hear from me, you hear from your teachers all the time, but I think it's great to hear from your peers. So our guest speaker, just briefly today, and we were on schedule. I'll make sure I preface it with this. We were on schedule to rehearse and do a little bit of this on Friday. Didn't get the opportunity to, so I'm kind of just throwing her out here without a little practice. But if you guys would please give a warm welcome to Desiree Stennis.
I know a little bit of what teachers have been talking about to the principals and what the principals have been talking about to the students. I'm not going to lie, I do talk sometimes when the teacher is talking, but when she asks me to be quiet, then I'll be quiet. I know I don't have the right to yell at a class, but at the same time, your teachers deserve the same respect that your parents do. And if you don't have respect for your parents, then you still need to have respect for your teachers, because they're taking time out of their day of what they could be doing to come and teach students that are disrespectful. And all the teachers have respect for every student. They don't just yell at y'all for no reason, and they don't give lessons for no reason. I mean, this is a free education that we get every day, and we're just taking advantage of it and disrespecting teachers and principals that help us with everything, and our parents help us with everything too, but just talking all the time. And I know some students don't like certain teachers, but it's life, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, there's some certain teachers that I don't like, and there's some certain teachers that y'all don't like, but y'all still need to have respect for them. But that's what I just had to say on my behalf. So
I think you made a lot of sense. I think you made a ton of sense. I think you made a lot of sense. I appreciate that coming from you. Guys, school is life. And what the great thing about school is, and really I think the great thing about what Waller is its preparation for all that stuff. What I'm glad you don't get, guys, when you go to school, is I'm glad it's not perfect. I'm glad you don't have 8 teachers that just make everything in the world ideal for you. I'm glad you have struggles. I'm glad you have some of them that you really like. I'm glad you have some of them that you scratch your head on every once in a while, because what's life? If school is not preparing you to be able to deal with all kinds of different people, then we've set you up for failure. So listen to what Desiree's talking about today. Listen to what Anthony's singing about today. Because who does it ultimately affect? Absolutely. So here's the deal. And she said it a couple times, free. And I don't know if it's free or not. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything monetarily right now. But I promise you it will in the future, because there's a time and a place, whether it's as a 6th, 7th grader, senior in high school, or 26 years old, you'll want to achieve some things. And the things that are right in front of you right now are going to help you achieve those things. You've got to take advantage of them, though. You've got to seize the opportunity to work with these teachers and build up your capacity, your earning value for later on in life. Because right now it is free. But when you decide later on, hey, I want to go back to school, I want to do these things, who's paying for it then? You will. Take advantage of what you have. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great weather day. Hold tight. Mrs. Ashcraft's got an announcement from the back real quick.
On our agenda, we still had Mrs. Siders and Mrs. Alcorn. They had a couple things they needed
Absolutely.
to do.
Let's get them up here then. Thanks, Ray.
Good morning. I'm lucky because everything I needed to talk about, he already talked about for me, but I do want you to see this video because it does kind of hit home as to why we are spending the time tomorrow to show our respect and appreciation for our veterans. And I just want to reiterate tomorrow is not going to be like our Monday assemblies. It's not about us tomorrow. It's about our veterans. So please watch my video.
3 teens were arrested today for defacing the Kensington Park War Memorial overnight. The destruction includes painted messages against the military and the war in the Middle East. The 3 teens were picked up in the early morning hours after evidence was left at the scene.
Grandpa, something wrong?
Some people sure have short memories, and those who are too young to know need to be taught. Come on, I want to show you guys something.
These are the champions who helped free a continent.